Well, hello there, friends, family, and partners in ministry. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this update. Excited to finally have a minute to sit down and tell you about all the stuff we've been busy doing over the last several weeks. Got a lot to tell you, and so I'm actually going to try doing this in 2 parts, in 2 videos, and so there'll be another one coming out in a couple days. We'll just jump right in. We just finished the semester a week or 2 ago, and looking back, I think we can call it a good year. It was a hard, exhausting, difficult year, but I think God has been faithful, and I think as we look back and see what He brought out of those things, I think we can call it a good year. Even though we were running out of steam by those last couple weeks, God has been really faithful to bless our work and bless our ministry, and so good things happening. One big part of that, part of ending well, was that for the second half of the semester, last 6 or 7 weeks of the semester, we were back in person, meeting together at the church every Tuesday night for Challenge, worshiping together. So rewarding, so refreshing to be back, and a lot of energy, a lot of excitement to be back. Definitely something powerful and important about worshiping in person together corporately. And also, as I mentioned last time, I think it was also a good opportunity for us to help us look outward again and kind of turn our focus outward after so long of being kind of maintaining and being inward focused. And we were having new people showing up even to the last few weeks, and I got to meet a couple new students, which is always really exciting. So the worship team, of course, we really enjoyed getting to sing with people there instead of to a video. And also through these last couple weeks, as a worship team, we were able to kind of do a lot of really fun things and to try some new things and to stretch ourselves and lead in new ways, and that was really cool too. So for one thing, one week we tried to lead through a time of intercession and even kind of lament, like grieving with God for the things that break His heart and praying over lostness and brokenness in the world. Kind of a challenging new way for me and the team to lead, but I think is really good for us as a team and for the congregation. One really fun thing that we did was something we call Loud Time, and actually this is an idea that Emma, one of my seniors on the team who actually just graduated, brought back to us from camp that she works at. And so the idea basically is that we talk all the time about having a quiet time, right, where we're sitting still in the Word and in prayer, and that's of course really good, really important. But the Bible also talks all the time also about times when we need to be loud, when we need to sing and to shout and to dance and to jump and to clap and celebrate, and especially for us, just our team and our group overall, we're all pretty reserved people, and we don't do that so naturally. But that's obviously part of worship, and so and I think this whole thing really illustrates so much of what I've really appreciated about Emma, because she is more expressive, but she's also been very intentional about helping us more reserved people and stretching us and challenging us, and so this is a cool way for her to lead. In fact, when we did this in service, I invited her to lead us into that time, and she did such a great job. One thing we were really praying about before it was that we wouldn't just be making noise for its own sake. We wouldn't just be putting on a show or just empty hype, but that it would be an authentic response of worship, and she did such a great job of leading us into that, bringing it back to the Word, and I think it was an authentic time of worship, and people got loud. They were jumping, they were standing on the chairs, they were in the aisles dancing, just shouting, but as worship and a sacrifice of praise for the Lord. So it was a lot of fun. It was really exhausting. I was worn out by the end, but it was really fun, and really appreciate Emma and her heart and what she brought to our group through that. Another really cool thing that we did was that we got to write a song together as a worship team and introduce it to the group a couple weeks ago. And man, it's so cool. I started writing the song last semester, last fall, brought it to the team this semester, and we've been working on it for a couple months now, and finally got to introduce it. And actually, the night that we introduced it, I also got to give the message that night, and had a couple of students join me in giving the message too. Because both the message and the song is called Hold Fast, and both the message and the song were from lessons that I've been learning in my life about what faith is, and how faith lives in the unknown, right? Because it's when we don't know and we have to choose to believe something in the midst of questions that's where faith really becomes real, and we have to choose it in those times. And so the message and the song were both about that, and so we got to do them together. So a really rewarding experience. It was fun, of course, to just be creative in that way and invite the team into that creative process, to make something for our people, a prayer and a song for our people. But personally also, it was really rewarding for me to get to see God use struggles in my life to help others and strengthen their faith. So that was really cool. We do have a little lyric video for it, so I'll attach that at the end of this video if you'd like to check that out. But I'm going to stop there for now, and there'll be more in part 2 in a couple of days. We've got another exciting story that I want to share with you guys, as well as what's coming up and ways that you can be praying. So thanks for tuning into this, and we'll see you in part 2.